Hello there, it's Geoff Barton. It is Thursday the 17th of August. It's unspeakably early, it's not 7 o'clock yet. I thought I'd do this video early. This is before we've had the briefing, so the detailed stuff will be in our email version today, but we can kind of see the lie of the land, I think, at the moment. So 3 quick points on this day when young people will be getting their BTECs and their T-levels and their A-levels and all of those different qualifications. Just to say 3 things. One thing about them, one thing about you, and one thing about the media and the way the story might play out. So the first thing is, welcome back. Students are going to be worried, aren't they? They're always anxious. I remember from all of those years how anxious this time is. But of course this is particularly anxiety filled because all of that talk about grade inflation misses the point. It's not very helpful. The fact is these young people didn't sit exams, and teachers did precisely what teachers were asked to do, use the evidence available to them in the past in order to arrive at grades. It means that grades have been higher but move in England, not in Wales, not in Northern Ireland today, back to 2019 standards. And what that means for me is that I am less likely to get top grades than my sister, who might have sat exams 2 years ago. We knew that from the beginning of this cycle. Some people will have agreed with it, some people won't have agreed with it, but if you're a youngster, you are going to feel particularly anxious, and all the more reason that what we're saying to them is, let's not fixate on grades, let's talk about next steps, destinations and all of that, and if you need support and advice, then the people in your school or your college will be there to be able to help you with that. And we've been talking this week to Ofqual and to UCAS in order just to have a sense of reassurance for those young people. I think they will be fine, but you let us know through the exams inbox. So first of all, our best wishes to all of those young people at what is always an anxiety-ridden time. Second point is about you. What we're saying is it is important that nobody thinks that we can make simple and indeed simplistic comparisons between results here this year and previous year's results, or indeed between institutions. And we just think that obsession with constantly drawing up performance tables to compare one institution with another, this is not the time to do that, because these young people will all have had very different experiences within different contexts, but also even within the same classroom. You know, youngsters who will have missed out on time during their learning, others who haven't. This is not a good time to be using statistics for that kind of business. The most important thing we would say is for you to be able to do your very best to help those young people in their next steps, whether that's onto an apprenticeship, into employment, into higher education, whatever it might be. And thirdly, therefore, it brings us to the media coverage of this. There's been a fair amount of catastrophizing about stuff, pretty unhelpful, quite a lot of it. What we're saying today is well done to young people, well done to leaders and to teachers for the way you have led through the pandemic. This is a moment of reset, of actually saying back to 2019 standards, and September will be a moment of reset as well. But we need employers in particular to understand the context, that if a youngster is applying to them and has got lower grades than they would have got last year and the year before, there is a reason for that. Let's not fixate on the grades, let's look at the full rounded skills and knowledge of a young person. We owe it to them at this time to be as humane as possible about stuff. I probably put that better in the email version, which I'm about to go back and write in a second. But that gives you a flavour of the way we are trying to present things today. As always, this is going to be a year when particularly you will give us feedback saying, this is what it feels like today. Here's what we're hearing from students who've been coming in for their results. Here's what we're hearing from parents. Here's what we've been saying in the local media. The more you can just tell us all of that, give us a really granular picture, the more we would appreciate that. We will leave you in peace there. I'm trying to be left in peace by Westminster Abbey's bells in the background there. And what we will do is to regroup next Tuesday, when we will do some advanced communication before the GCSEs come out next Thursday. As always, if you need us, you know where we are. We've got our hotline team. But the most important thing is all best wishes to you, to all of your staff team, but particularly all of those students getting the whole range of grades today.